Our children live in a hurry-up world, and a hectic lifestyle can have a profound effect on their health and well-being. Well, in her book, The ABCs of Yoga for Kids, Teresa Power shows parents how 3 minutes of yoga a day will actually change their child's life forever, and of course in a very positive way. And Teresa joins us this morning. Hi there.
Hi, how are you this morning?
Oh, I'm great, and I know a lot of parents are so excited about this because we want ways to keep our children very healthy. And so I'm curious, what are the health benefits really that a child can achieve by practicing yoga?
Well, there's so many health benefits for kids, and I think most people, adults, realize the profound effects of yoga, but not necessarily for kids. But the same thing happens for kids as it does for adults. So one thing that's really important is that yoga is a non-competitive form of exercise.
Good point.
Suitable for children of all ages and athletic abilities. So basically any kid can do it, and it helps boost their self-esteem by doing the poses. And one thing that's really important now with school starting is that it really helps with their focus and concentration.
Oh, good point.
And it's also great for kids with ADD and ADHD because it really helps them focus, and also that helps with their school performance.
It's amazing. I would never have even thought of that, and it makes so much sense. And I want people to understand that the ABCs of Yoga for Kids, it uses the alphabet and colorful illustrations, which helps introduce the children in a really easy, understandable way. So I think that's really great. And so let's talk a little bit about the book, because we're looking at some pictures now. Tell me about some of these illustrations.
Okay, well here, for instance, the frog pose right here. This is a great one. And what it is you want to make it fun. That's the way that kids learn how to do yoga, is make it fun. And for instance, the swan pose here too. It is just a really great pose, and they don't have to do it perfectly either. That's another thing that's really important about yoga for kids. And here is the shark pose. This is really good for their backs because it really starts to open up their spine, and a healthy spine means a healthy nervous system.
Exactly.
So that's really great for kids. And what's so whimsical about these illustrations done by Kathleen Reitz, who is the illustrator, is that they're very whimsical and fun.
They are, and the kids can relate, and I think it's great because they get that flexibility and they get the balance and the posture. So it's really something so positive in so many different ways. And so as a kid, what's the youngest that you would recommend they start yoga?
Okay, well they can start as young as 2 years old.
Really?
Yes, and babies can even do yoga as well. Because actually babies, you see a baby doing the downward facing dog pose.
Right.
And parents can manipulate their babies into poses. But the ideal age actually is 3 years old.
Okay.
Because they can do it independently without their parents, and that's when I start teaching them in preschool, is 3 years old.
So how long would daily yoga practice take a child?
Only 3 minutes.
That's
3 minutes a day for a child at home, and then eventually they're going to incorporate more and do a longer practice. But if they could just take 3 minutes a day to do 3 poses, can I show you quickly the 3 poses?
Yes,
and
I'd love for you to demonstrate.
I will get down and demonstrate just quickly the 3 poses.
Okay.
So the first pose that we're going to do is the airplane pose, like I talked about before. It's good for their spine.
Okay.
This works their middle spine. So they're just going to take a deep breath and then come up and lift everything up and just count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then come back down and rest.
And then they learn breathing techniques as well, I would imagine.
Exactly, and they're going to do that twice, but we don't have time to do it twice right now.
But that's a great one.
And then the second one they're going to do, because it opens up their chest. A lot of kids are very hunched over.
That's true.
And the bridge pose opens up their chest, and it's an easy one to do here, and it works their legs and their glutes and their ankles.
And does it also help their core?
Oh, it helps their core as well. That one helps their core. And then just the last one that we're going to do is just a simple breathing pose.
Okay.
So they're going to do the candle pose. So they're just going to take a deep breath in through their nose and out through their nose.
And that's it.
And then they can stretch up a little bit. Feels really good just to stretch up, just to kind of greet their day or the end of their day. Now they can do these simple 3 poses anytime they want, which is the key. They can do it first thing in the morning, they can do it midday, or they can do it before they go to bed.
I think that's fantastic. If I was home with my child right now, if I had a child, if I was home with the child right now, I would be doing it with the TV, because I think it's so much fun to do these kind of things with each other too.
Exactly.
And it's a bonding experience in addition to all the rest of the things that you mentioned.
Well, exactly. And a lot of parents practice yoga and their kids want to partake in it too.
Yes.
And if your parents don't, if you don't practice yoga, you can start with your kids.
I think it's fabulous. And in addition to the book, parents can actually order a poster with all the poses. They can get a coloring book, and they can also get learning cards, so many different things. So how can they get all of these great things?
Okay, well, they can go to my website, which is abcyogaforkids.com, and they can order all these different products. So
I love it. I mean, honestly, I'm really impressed. You know, I have a little baby niece, and I'm so excited to send her the book. When did you actually start yoga personally?
I started 30 years ago. Actually, I'm a lawyer, and I started when I was in law school, and it helped me concentrate and focus so much. And then when I had my kids, I started to teach yoga, and I wanted to share my love of yoga with kids.
Aw, so you did it before it was trendy, and now it's what
Yeah,
the
now
thing.
yeah, exactly. Now it's really trendy, and I've been teaching for 10 years,
Oh,
actually,
that's
kids.
fabulous. I just think it's great that kids can do something because they see their parents do that. And you know, we want to emulate the people that we love and that we look up to. And so if we can emulate them for doing such positive things like this, I think that's just a fantastic idea. And obviously, keeping the kids healthy and also learning focus. I think that point is so special. So I'm really glad that you were here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love this book. I'm mailing it to my niece today. Thank you so much for being with us.